So I want to talk about how I got into beekeeping and just share my experience with this over the last year and a half about. So originally it was actually got from a family member of mine about 8 years ago, got me into beekeeping, and I kind of developed an early passion for it. We kept bees for a couple years, and then we kind of had to I left my hometown and moved, and kind of everything just kind of came to a halt. This family member ended up selling his bees a few years later after that, and I haven't really ever thought too much of it, and didn't really think I was ever gonna get into it. And after some years of settling down and having a family and everything, it all of a sudden caught my interest again. I heard I think, a bee conversation come up, and I started thinking about the early days of my experiences first handling bees and beekeeping and everything. And from there, it just I started reading more and more about it. I started thinking more and more about bees. Not about an hour drive from where I live, they have a beekeepers field day at the National Bee Diagnostic Center, and they do this as a yearly event. Happens every year around about the same day every year, pretty well. And I've always had wanted to go to it when we did have bees. I just never did. At that time, I lived a lot farther away than I do now from it. And so I took the day off work. I thought, you know what, this may catch my interest. This might spark passion if this is something I really want to do. Took the day off work, and I just decided I was going to go. And I had to kind of push myself to make the commitment to go. Even the day of driving there, so nervous, didn't know what to expect. I went by myself. The kids and the wife were doing something else that day, and I remember driving to the event, and I remember thinking, what do I really have to lose by not going or by attending? And I actually remember asking God and saying, God, if this is something, this is for me, and this is what I should be doing and spending my time with, please show me a sign. Show me just some type of sign. Doesn't have to be big. Just show me a good sign. And so I went there, I pulled in and went to this show, this event. They had a bunch of presentations put on, and then there had a whole bunch of tables to kind of go around and see what each organization had to show. And right away there was a raffle. There you could put your name in to win some prizes and stuff. And so I put my name in, and I've never won anything ever in my life on a raffle, nothing. And I ended up winning this bee. Long story short, and then I ended up winning this bee shirt, and it was a shirt that I actually thought was really cool at the event. Beforehand, I almost contemplated buying a shirt, and in the end, I ended up winning the shirt. So I took that as a sign from God that this is what I should continue on with, and from there, it just really sparked my interest and my passion that much more, and I started getting really serious. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get bees. The next spring, I'm getting bees, and I'll buy a nuke or 2 nukes and start from there. That's exactly what I did this spring. I went and got 2 nukes, got all my beekeeping equipment early in the spring, got organized, and I love it, and the passion for it is growing. I've talked to a lot of beekeepers, I've reached out, and I've learned some things. I've learned some things about beekeepers that I don't necessarily really like. Not all beekeepers, but just some beekeepers I've talked to. It's just the competitiveness I don't understand. You know, almost like people don't. Some beekeepers, they don't want to support other people that have bees and are beekeepers, and or they're so critical with how you do things differently. Like with beekeeping, there's 1,000 different ways to do things, and I don't think necessarily any one way is wrong. But it's like you get a lot of criticism sometimes. You can get a lot of criticism from beekeepers on just, you know, oh, you're not doing that right. And I don't know. I don't like that. Why can't, you know, we just be more supportive and have more of a conversation around? Because we're all doing the same thing. After all, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you're doing or how many hives you have. That's one that I really hate. How many hives? You know, it's why does that matter if we're all doing the same thing? And so that's how I kind of go into bees. I think right now I have 2 hives overwintering. You know, hopefully I have planned to grow into 4 this coming spring, if all goes well. And yeah, just taking it from there pretty well. I think I'm gonna try to document more with videos of what I'm doing throughout the season. This year I would just I videoed some, but I didn't really show anything too much. But if people would be interested, even just for myself, it would, more than anything, maybe it would be just for myself, a documentation to document what I'm doing and something I can reflect back on and look back on the years of what I did here and there and see my growth of this bee business. And maybe get a little bit of a community going on online here about beekeeping in general and stuff. Where I live, it's very cold in the winters. Winters are very long, and I think that's going to be the greatest challenge, getting them through winter. But yeah, so that's all I have to say. Yeah, I think I'll come up with maybe weekly videos from here on out, and maybe just do like a Sunday bee chat on YouTube. I don't know, something like that, and stir up a conversation.